honored guests, and our esteemed friends from overseas clubs in Hong Kong, Thailand, and Taiwan. Good evening!
Good evening!
Tonight is no ordinary night. It is more than a change of leadership, more than a ceremony of pins and handshakes. Tonight is a reaffirmation of why we are here, why we are Rotarians, why we serve, and why we believe that even in a world of conflict and complexity, goodness still matters. And that it is still possible for like-minded people across the world to come together not for power or profit, but to uplift, to restore, and to build a legacy of compassion. A good example of this spirit is none other than the Rotary Club of Garden City. This is a club that does not just meet to discuss projects. This is a club that meets the moment. This is a club that understands the true essence of Rotary's fourth object, to advance international understanding, goodwill, and peace, not through grand speeches, but through enduring partnerships, thoughtful collaborations, and sustained action across borders. Tonight we are joined by friends who have traveled from your sister clubs in Hong Kong, Thailand, and Taiwan. Each one a reminder that the spirit of Rotary is borderless and that friendships are not limited by geography, language, or culture. They are rooted in shared values. So what are these values? They are service, fellowship, diversity, integrity, and leadership. These are not just slogans, they are the soul of Rotary. And tonight in this room, they are alive. Our international president this year asked us to carry those values forward under a simple yet deeply profound theme: Unite for Good. 3 words, a whole world of meaning. To unite for good is not simply a motivational phrase. It is a moral imperative. It is a reminder that real progress happens not when we compete, but when we connect. Not when we seek credit, but when we seek impact. Not when we give for recognition, but for when we give because we believe that doing good is its own reward. And that is the essence of the Rotary Club of Garden City. Congratulations, Rotary Club of Garden City. You're a club that unites for good, not only within Singapore, but with the world. You're not insular, you are international. Not only generous, you are strategic in your generosity. And tonight, I would like to invite you, not as your governor, but as a fellow Rotarian, to reflect on what it truly means to give with a vision. Rotary's endowment fund is one of the most powerful legacies that you can leave behind. It is something that members of the Rotary Club of Garden City is familiar with the Rotary Foundation's endowed fund of your late esteemed member, Dato' Tan Hien Sin. When Rotarians like you and me give to the endowment, we are not just supporting today's projects, we are securing the future of Rotary itself. Imagine this: a child born 50 years later will receive a life-saving heart surgery in a remote hospital because of a grant funded from an endowment gift that you make tonight. A community that you have never visited in a country whose language you may never speak will one day have clean water or sustainable food system because your generosity become an eternal wellspring of hope. A group of young people decades from now will grow in peace because you believe enough to give not just for now, but for forever. That's what it means to become part of the endowment fund legacy. It is more than a donation. It is an act of faith. Faith in humanity, faith in service, faith that what we leave behind is more important than what we take with us. I want to take a moment here to acknowledge the major donors, the Bequest Society members, the Arch Clam Society members in this room tonight. You are the quiet giants of Rotary. You are the reason children wake up to better mornings and communities find healing after tragedy. But let me also speak directly to those of you who are still considering the legacy of Rotary. This is not about wealth. It is about willingness. You don't need to be a millionaire to leave a lasting mark. You simply need to believe that your service doesn't have to end when your meetings do. Because with endowment giving, our Rotary story doesn't end when we step down or when we pass on. It continues for decades, even centuries. This is how we achieve immortality, not in name, but immortality in impact. So tonight, I ask you to invest in humanity. I humbly ask you not just to consider giving, but to give with courage, give with vision. Give knowing that every cent placed in the endowment is a seed that will grow in places we may never see, but which the world so desperately needs. As a district, we have committed an ambitious target, a US $2 million to the Rotary Foundation for this Rotary year 2025-2026. It is an audacious target. Some say it is too bold, but I say, what is Rotary if not bold? We were bold enough to believe that we could end polio, bold enough to take on poverty, illiteracy, and injustice, and bold enough to say we will not wait for governments to fix this. We will do it ourselves. And I know Rotarians in District 3310 will play a critical role in turning that target into reality. Not for recognition, not for records, but because your hearts know the truth. And we are not here to count years. We are here to make years count. To outgoing President Veronica and the board, thank you for your exemplary service and personal sacrifices made in the name of Rotary. District 3310 and Rotary International record its greatest gratitude and deepest appreciation. Thank you. To President Picasso and the board you now lead, I offer not just my congratulations, but my confidence. Lead with conviction, lead with kindness, lead with clarity. What we do in Rotary is not a hobby, it is a calling. And to every Rotarian present here, let me leave you with this final thought. So much in life is temporary. Wealth can vanish, honors will fade, even our names one day may be forgotten. But what we give to the world through service, that fellow Rotarians will always remain. As Rotarians, we have the rare privilege of building something that lasts. Through projects, partnerships, and the power of our giving, we leave behind a legacy not of stone and steel, but of lives changed and futures brightened. So let us all continue to serve. Let us all continue to give. Let us all continue to build a better world. Let us all unite for good. Thank you very much.